Hello, hello. Welcome back. We're continuing on with this form, the nightmare of a form. But I've got a few ideas today that I'm going to be implementing. They'll hopefully make things a little bit easier. Let's go ahead and continue. Cool. Our timer is continuing. That's great. I found the original JSON schema, by the way. I was using, I don't know, apparently this is the older one, but the older one has more features. So, I don't know how that works, but I like it. I'm happy with it. And it means that I can edit far more things than I could before. So let's go ahead and add some information to this where we can. Region is going to be, okay, we're not going to have any of these. Cost type, wait, type, what was oh, mission type. This needs to be an enum, which it already is. Legacy loot standard story, perfect. Objectives needs to be a array, and then we need minimum items of at least one. And then the items are in here. So we need an enum inside of this. And in that we're going to have alarm clear, etc, etc. But I'm going to have to manually do these by hand now. So let's go ahead and add alarm. Let's add clear. It's quicker than if I did it by hand, that's for sure. Escape. And then finally steal. Okay, and objectives, we already have min items of 1. And we're not going to tick additional items because, yeah, we're not going to have more. And then required, objective is required. And then rewards, we already have guaranteed. Inside of guaranteed we have rewards and count. So we need to update this to have min item of at least 1, and count needs to have a min item of at least 1 as well. And then the string, which doesn't have anything. Number of completions, we don't worry about that. Traps, we don't worry about. Enemies, we don't worry about. Chests, we don't worry about. Assassinate, yeah, we don't worry about any of these. Team, we do worry about. So we got an enum, we got to finish this up. I did specify min of 1, max of 3, so that's good. So this one doesn't seem to have the ability to edit text and stuff, but that's fine. We can use it joint between this editor and this editor, because this one allows you to edit. And I actually see the difference. This is a schema editor, and this is an editor, just a plain editor. That's probably why. That's probably why we couldn't get the things we wanted to get. Well, that's cool. You can append things like description, title. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and download to file. Let's save it and overwrite the current one that we have right now so I don't lose that. And let's copy it to clipboard. And we need to override the current one that we have with this new information. So let's take the things we need. Is this the old one? Yeah, this is the old one. So we need title and description, which we moved across. We got the required still. The enum, right. I had this sorted alphabetically. Where do I have that? Here, enum. I think I must remove the min length from that. And remove the min length from that. Wait, how does min length work again? Strings have min length. How does min length work? Creates a value that checks if the value length is not less than the given number. Is it like an array length? Like the array's length? Let's see. I don't know what it means by min length, because I know min, a number between x and y, but what is... It's a string. Oh no, but that's a string, and if it's an array that probably won't work, right? Because it's not min length of an array, it's min length of a string. Okay, let's remove that from our schema. Good thing I saw that. Okay, do we have any other mins? I don't think we do. Let's leave the validation client side. Well, the form validation, that is. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, cool. What's next? Do I have the enum? Yes, I have the enum. We need to replace this enum with that enum over there. We got min and max items. Great, great, great. What else? What else did we move? Okay. Okay, now let's stick this into the other. There's another other JSON schema. So you could stick this in there. So we've got title and description. Wait, what's invalid? Oh right, the enum. Something like that. That should be valid now, no? Oh no, you need double quotes everywhere. Fun times. Where else? Oh, for all of these as well? No ways. Okay, that's annoying. Let's find that converter. I have a converter here. So if I just stick that into that, and then stick that in there, load the schema. There we go. That looks a bit better. So now in here we can replace all of this with this. And then we just end up replacing, we remove definitions, we remove schema, and then we leave everything else as is. Type, object, title, mission, description, mission information for ACR, required, those are the required, and the properties. And then let's actually take this as is right now. And I want to find the download that I had for missions. There it is. And I want to just replace this like that. Perfect. So there might be a few things we obviously have to change, most likely, but yeah. Let's see what we have right now. So we have name, region, cool. So objective, we can pick alarm, we can pick clear, whatever, cool, great. Rewards guaranteed. Yeah, we don't have anything in here right now. The count, we obviously don't have. Counts are going to be related to the things on a 1-to-1 ratio. Possible and count needs to change. Completions, traps, enemies, alarms, team. You choose your team. You can have up to 3 as per the game. You can't have more. Great, that works. Power, and then solo and pacifist if you can do that. So that looks good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Type, what is this type for? Oh, mission type, yeah. Now what I want to do is in our schema, which we have here, I want to add some things. So this is a nice editor compared to the other one. So here I can add a description. So where it says title, we're going to say mission name. I just want to test this without being too verbose. These are just annotations. Great stuff. Default null. Why does it set default to null though? I don't want there to be a default. Do you have to specify? Region just has type, it doesn't have null. I want to remove that. That's annoying. Oh, there you go, I just ticked it, that's why. Problem solved. Great. Sweet! So mission name, the name of the mission. Cool, cool, cool. Required, what is this? ABC. It's required, cool. This is nice. So definitely saving this in my tools category. And then let's go ahead and copy this. And then we stick it in here. But we're obviously gonna remove... I don't know if we should leave definitions in and the schema. I mean, does it matter? Probably not, right? If that's the schema we're going to be using. So let's just leave it in there. Screw it, why not, right? So let's see what we have now. Mission name. Ah, beautiful. And that's a requirement, the name of the mission. And it doesn't take extra space because the name just goes on there. And that's just underneath it. Yeah. So let's go ahead and start filling in the rest of it now. Region. Title. Region. Description. The region number this mission falls under. Number. The mission number, I guess. Like, what else would you call it? Oh yeah, and I gotta make sure that the default values are not like null or whatever. So this is type level. What is this? What are we editing for? Let me get into the game so long as I'm making sure I get this all. Wait, is there even a level? Why did I have level? Because those aren't levels, those are mission number 8. Oh, there is a level, but you only see it when you go in. Interesting. Level 9. Oh my god, these numbers are actually levels. They're not mission number. That's level... Wait, that's level 20. Oh no, they are numbers! Mission 15 is level 20. Never mind. Oh, does that mean I'll need level 20 or higher? Okay, and then there's this one, level 18. I mean, mission 18, which is level 22. Okay, this is level 28, so it can't be based on... It can't be based on Brotherhood level, because this mission is level 28, but my Brotherhood's only level 26. So level is just, I don't know what level is, but I'm just going to log it anyway. It's not a required level. The mission's level. There we go. Cost. The Intel, it is Intel. I'm not mistaken. Been doing so many things now, I have to just double check. Yeah, it is. The Intel cost to run this mission. Great. Type. When do you see this being finished, Imperium? Realistically? Anywhere from 2 weeks till the end of this month. It honestly just depends on how fast I can mine the data once I get this out. And what other issues I might run into. It could be quicker. Like if I just mindlessly sit there and just go through it, then I could probably do it in a week. But obviously I don't want to push myself because it's just a fun little project. Okay, let's save this so long. Getting a bit paranoid, so I want to, every few changes, update it, and also check our progress. Oops. Wait, why does this look, what? Why are the line numbers there? Wrong one. There we go. Mission name, the region number this mission falls under, the mission number, this looks nice, a level, cost, enter cost to run this mission, type, the mission type, objectives, the list of mission objectives, and then you choose, does this need to be here though? Objective? Like, it's an item, it's an array. Let's look at that quickly. Objective singular. What if I hit them? And where does this guaranteed come from? I think it's this one. It doesn't have a description, that's the thing. What if we change the description to an empty string? Will that work? Let's go check. Let's see. Oh, it still says guaranteed. Like, it's too big. I don't want it. Rewards. A list of mission rewards, and then guaranteed. Reward count. Oh, because it's grouped like that. It's an object. That's fine. We'll make do. So objective singular. We can just rename title to objective. And we don't need to add a description, I think, because we already specified the list of mission objectives. You can even have a title for that? Oh, that's cool. It appears underneath. If an objective appears more than once, then you can add the same objective multiple times. Oh, but it's going to repeat it twice. Is that an issue, though? Or should we just have it appear once? Ugh, that's fine. I think it's fine if it appears underneath, because then it's a reminder, especially if it gets too long. Okay, then we need rewards, guaranteed. That's fine. And then under reward, select one or more mission rewards. And then you have count over here. And then under items, I need to specify Does that make sense? This value relates to the mission reward. Of the same index. This value relates to the mission reward array of the same index. Let's see if that works or if it's a bit too much. Select one or more mission rewards. This value refers to the mission count array of the same index. Maybe I should specify this value is linked. specify the value of each mission reward. This value is linked and is linked. Well, that'll be a bit better. Let's continue. And then same as above. Reward as well as count. Item should not be null. Cool. Now I think I'm not refers to a group of rewards guaranteed on each mission completion. And then possible refers to a group of rewards that might be received on each mission completion. This is where I'd want references probably, because now if I'm going to duplicate these two I'd want a reference. So we need to figure out how to do references. So how do we do references? Okay, firstly let's save this. Wasn't there a save option? Could have sworn there was a download option. No? Alright, what I did was, I remember now, I copied it. Copy, paste and save. Done. Close it. Cool. So we need to figure out how to create a definition. Let's go ahead and copy this. And then let's paste it in our JSON editor. Wait, this is a schema editor. Let's load it from file, because we just saved it now. There we go. What was it that I needed again? It wasn't a definition, it was a... Was it? No, it was a reference. Reuse, there we go. It's customary, but not required, to put in the parent schema under a key called definitions. So under definitions, okay. So under the key, if the key is rewards, I guess I'd stick it under there. Append definition. What would I stick in a definition? Not quite sure. Here's the definitions right here. So let's copy that. And over here, load the schema. And where we specify definitions for rewards, I don't see a definition here, unless it's on the next page. No, it's not. Weird. We had definitions. So rewards have definitions. You can append to them a meta schema. Maybe it's this. Rewards. There we go. Append. It's probably that. Those things. Type, object, title, rewards. I think it is. Oh, that's the thing though. Guaranteed. It's more like a required. Reward and count. We need an array of award and count actually. And how would we use it? That's the other thing. Ref keyword. The easiest way to describe ref is that it gets logically replaced with the thing that it points to. Definitions, address. Okay, I get it. So as long as there's reward and count. We just need reward, I think. So if we find rewards as such, let's just stick it in like this. What's the issue? Bad string? Why is it a bad string? Moisture packets, hey! There's a lot of JSON, tell me about it. Yeah, JSON schema. It's based on our database, and it allows us to dynamically create an entire form for every single one of the documents without having to write a single line of HTML code. So we end up with an entire massive form like this that we then have to manually do. So it's a lot, but it's cool. Like, look at all the things I can add. Once you get into it, it's a bit better. But what I'm trying to work on now is definitions. Apparently definitions will allow me to reuse the same thing that I use, in this case for rewards, in the same place. But I got to figure out now why it's not working. Because there's rewards, which is an object, type array, type array. Maybe it's the properties it needs. Type array, title reward, items, type string. So there's rewards like completions, type array. But let's find an array, an actual array that we have. I think we have one. Like team. There you go. Type array and then items. So type and items under team. Type and items. Is it complaining about title? No, it's not. Why is it a bad string? Is it because definitions is not closed? It should be, right there. Oh, what does that relate to? Oh, that's probably why. What does this belong to? That's probably why. No? Oh, I see why. We need to close rewards. There we go. So if we completely get out of that, we have definitions there. Let us edit definitions here. Call it rewards. Add a array type. Can we update? think it was reward. Was it reward or rewards? It was rewards. No, it was guaranteed. It was reward. I've been doing a lot of C++ recently. Nice. What you been working on? Where do I add type? There. So under reward we need type array. Can I do that? Oh, I can't edit it. Try this. Type array, update, perfect. I wonder why that's working now. So where's reward, 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 reward? There it is. Type array, title, reward. Let's leave title out for now. We need items with type string inside of it. Can we do that? There we go. Items with type string. Cool, that worked. And then we obviously have an enum inside of that with mission rewards. Type string. Can I append an enum? Nope. Can I append? Nope. Can I append? Nope. Why are you so mean? A few projects, a bank manager system, oh, a shopping cart app, student grading system, and a clock, which I did because I was bored. That sounds like a lot of fun. I assume they compiled, right? Executables. I need to add an enum to this. I need a list of rewards. Let's just take anything, screw it. Let's make it say this. So let's edit this. And after items, wait, was enum inside of it? I can't remember. I think it was. Yeah, type and then enum. So something like that. Enum test 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna put some random stuff in there. Looks horrible, I know. Most, yeah, otherwise I was too lazy to do. Okay. As long as you had fun and you enjoyed yourself. How would you get it to the web if you needed to? Like, are there wrappers and stuff you can use? Because I know there's some .NET stuff. Okay, so how do we use a definition? Apparently it's just... So reward would basically be that, if I'm not mistaken. So then reward, the entire reward key would have definitions reward. Oh, I see. So before we do that, we have to make sure all of this exists there. Basically, it has to look like this. I call them as scripts and make the functions normally. I've done it before, pain in the ass, but it works. Okay. So it is possible. Not as fun, I'm sure. So reward, type array. We need a title in there. Let's chuck that underneath. Description. So what I'm doing now, moisture packets, is reusing a form field, an input, because I will use it twice. And the thing is, right now I would have to define them manually twice, and they are basically identical. So I'm trying to define it as a definition, and in doing so, theoretically I should be able to reuse it then. So I'm copying everything that would be unique to it in this definition. Type string, no title, and then obviously a description. I assume something like that. There we go. So now, if I click update, that should have everything as before. And now if I go to mission reward down here, reward will be completely replaced with, well, let's just copy this and edit it. So reward should be completely replaced in theory with that. Ref being changed to definitions reward. Is it reward? Yeah, reward. Like that. Oh man, I'm nervous. I've never done something like this before. So let's copy to clipboard and see what happens. So if we did this correctly, everywhere that we call that now will have the same data. Let's see what happens. Reward, select one or more. Oh, it actually worked! No ways! It actually worked! What? And then we just need to do the same for possible. So did you see how I did that? This is taking its value, but notice here, possible rewards, it's empty, right? You can add something, but there's nothing to pick from. So, in theory, we should now be able to go to the reward part for possible rewards, because it's the exact same key. That's why I said it's duplicated. Do you see here possible? It has a key of reward. So if we replace reward with the exact same definition as above, and we update it, I should now be able to go here, save this, and our form should still work, except now rewards, I could pick from this list of rewards, and possible rewards, I could pick, oh my god. Oh, that is so exciting! When things actually work. How cool is that? So now wherever you have a duplicate list of things, you just use a definition. That is so cool. So now I only need to specify the mission rewards in one place. But it's going to get quite lengthy. That's the only downside to this. So let's see, where are our mission rewards? Here they are. So you can get base stuff, coin and XP. Um, so now I just need to edit it in one place. So we have coins. We're going to have XP. So those are going to be the two base things. Then you're going to have other things such as building materials, wood and stone. Wait, in which order does the game list them? I want to do it based on that. So it's XP and coins first. That's probably why I did it as. And then wood and stone. And then we need crafting materials. So in this order. Let's go ahead and let me replace single quotes with double quotes quickly. So I can quickly copy paste this. Because the JSON object requires double quotes, which is a bit annoying. There we go. Copper ore, fabric, leather, scraps, tin, etc. So if I update, it should magically, yep, magically sort it out. Wow, great stuff. Next up is the iron ore group. Something like that. Let me just edit. Boom. And then we have tier 3 stuff. And then we have tier 4 stuff. So last night I was struggling because I was trying to separate it based on types, materials and that, but I couldn't get it working. So I was like, you know what, let's just get it to a point where it actually works first. Even though this is going to be a very large list to go through, at least it will work for now. And my theory is I want to make it easier for myself to enter the data in, but at the same time, I'm only ever going to be entering the data once. So what's the point of, you know, putting so much effort in if it's a one-time thing? Oh, beautiful. But now, do you see what I mean? At least it's in order. So these two are the base, XP and coins. Then these are building materials, wood and stone. And then the rest are going to be in order from tier 1 to tier 5, the crafting materials. But can you see how large this list is already? I mean, it's not bad. Let's try one, for example. I'm looking at mission whatever. It has... Okay, I haven't added the codexes yet. Let's go add the codexes. Mission rewards. DNA frags I haven't added. That's going to be another nightmare. Wow. Because DNA fragments are fragments for every hero in the game. And there's like at least 40 heroes. So that's 40 extra entries. I'm going to have to find another way to do this, honestly. Moisture Package, you're making the McDonald's order system right now. Really? Where do you get this stuff from? Do you just pick it from the top of your head or something? Okay. Sounds fun. Will I be able to order meals? Oh, is that the one where you pick like your burger and then you choose what you want on it, what you don't want on it, stuff like that? It's pretty cool. Okay, let's try this now for real. This is what it's going to be like to enter. Let's see if it's a pain. So the rewards are 15 codex thingies. So small codexes. Okay. Then it is 3 other codexes, the codex scrolls. Then it is XP. And then it is coins. And then it is building materials, stone. So do you see, this is the process that I'd have to do this in. Boom, 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 boom. And then now that I have those rewards, we're on a break. Then the counts. We need the counts for each of these. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These counts are linked. So then I have to specify small codecs is 15. At least we can tab through this. 3, 120, 240, 15. So that's that. That's what it would look like. It's not that bad. I think if I add like a grid layout or something, so rewards on the left, count on the right, this will make it a bit easier to work on, I think. I'm gonna do 1 burger, 3 nuggets, and 4 drinks. Nice. You gonna stream it? Cool. That'll be cool to see. Is it gonna be obviously in C++? I'd love to see a working version. So if you have an extra task, put it on the web somewhere so I can play around with it. That'd be cool. So this works right now. We're gonna have an array of items, an array of values. If only it could be multiple type, but you can't. Okay, but I'm happy with this for once. Okay, let's take count. I want to copy count out of here. So let's go to count, like so. And then replace count with the definition for count. Do the same for count over here. Boom. Give it a try. It's working beautifully. So maybe instead of showing this, I should just have a tick box. Are there possible rewards? Yes, no. Yeah, how do I customize the layout of all of this? Let's look at the playground. Because they have a custom object like this. This is the same as the simple form, but it is rendered as a bootstrap grid. But how? How is it rendered as a bootstrap grid? Because I didn't see anything that allowed it to do so. Unless there's just a... Oh, these are the themes. I think what we need to look at is how it's being rendered. And for that, we need to check maybe this file. No, I don't think it's this one. I think it's this one. Which is the one we're using? I think it was this one, JSON schema for material UI. Wait, is this the one I'm using? I don't think it is. I think I'm using this one. RJSF. RJSF. Yeah, I think it's this one. This is the one that I'm using. It's pretty cool. Okay, so now that we know which one I'm using, I need to figure out how to edit it. Oh no, there's no details on how to edit. So we have Material UI Core, if I'm not mistaken. We installed Material UI Core and icons, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look quickly. Core 4.3.0. Yeah, and icons as well. And React JSON schema form 1.7.0. Yeah, so we meet the dependencies. So how do I customize the form? I think we're gonna have to have a look at how it gets important. So this is a theme that gets important. Okay. And then there's fields. And field template. And then there's MUI form, object field template. Where does this actually get created? Is it in theme? No. Widgets? These are all the widgets. Okay, so we have a schema here. I'm trying to figure out where it orders these things. and how it does it, and how you can style it. Should I use the CSS file? Man, they really made this complicated, huh? This is part of React. That's the schema based on that. Styling. This library renders form fields and widgets leveraging the bootstrap semantics. How? You can always create your own custom widget. But this is a whole other level because it's material. So maybe we would have to look at the CSS. Maybe we can do this via CSS. Because right now this is all rendered based on the page. We said the page is a max width. So if I was to change that to something like 800 pixels, for example, then you can notice it gets a whole lot smaller, which is already a bit better. The only problem here now is, why is it all one underneath each other? Like I want it to be multi-line, so I don't know if it's just based on my JSON data. Does it take it from that? Could that be it? No, I can't see anything. I'm gonna see if I load the schema into here. Does it still keep the definitions? Oh, it doesn't. This is dangerous. Because I said load schema, there's the definition, but it doesn't load it. Definitions are empty. That was such a pity. I was enjoying using this one. And we even lose the properties for reward and count. It's like it doesn't support it for some reason. Or maybe there's an option here I need to specify. Maybe that's why. I can't change the schema. Why? Nope, still blank. What if I took the form control full width away? That does nothing. And adding the RJS class also did nothing. Damn. There's the width. Ho ho! Yeah, so there's definitely something in here. But what? You can tell there's an issue here because this button's outside of it. I don't know if it's supposed to be part of the form. And it has the old bootstrap class, btn info. So where did this person define these things? He had to have defined it. It has to be here somewhere. So form equal to with theme, and then you pass in the MUI theme. Okay, let's continue. It has to be here. Import theme as MUI theme from RJ's material UI. So it's importing theme, this is theme, default as theme from theme. The hell? How does this guy do this? Field template? Because there must be a part where the buttons are defined, no? No, it's not this. It's not field templates. It's not MUI form. Yeah, it's not that. Because it needs to be overriding it somehow. How he's adding the material theme. So where is he adding the material theme? This is happening somewhere in the background. So you're saying with theme, MUI theme. This blows my mind. Where is the conversion actually happening? Because I'm not seeing that. Let me just go to the file itself. So there's this, whatever this is. Maybe I should just open up an issue. If I can't figure it out. Instead of wasting time. Because, yeah, I feel there's other things that I could be doing that I actually can do. So let's first open up an issue with the fact that the default button doesn't seem to get styled. Before we do that, let's take an example straight from their website, their playground, because they have a submit and a cancel. So let's take the JSON schema as is and replace ours with that one. To rule out that it isn't something we did on our side. No, so the submit still. Okay, so it's not that. Good. So why does theirs have a submit button and ours doesn't? Where the hell did they even get billing address from? I don't even see billing address. could do it like that, an amount. Okay, let's go ahead and open up an issue. Wait, why didn't I have a cancel or a submit though? Did I? I feel there's something else going on here. Because I just have a submit. How do they have a cancel? What am I missing? Let's inspect the source. So there's the form. And there's the buttons. That's the class that we need, but our button isn't styled. But that's not something we changed. Zero point 3.4. Let's just post our form. Let's upload an image to Imager, I guess. This is what it looks like, and add an image. Oh, you can attach files. I didn't know you could do that. That's pretty cool. And then we need to add an image. Let's just call it issue, I think. And I wonder if there's somewhere where I can specify if there's an issue. This is not really an issue. If I have a question, oh, they're a company that created this. I didn't realize that. Yeah, so I'll leave that there and I'll send them a message on Twitter and see if we can get a response regarding how we can modify the form. Let me just drop a quick mail and let's continue. Okay, done. So until we manage to resolve that, it's just going to be kind of a little mission to update things. But that's the worst case scenario. And besides, it's not going to stop us from actually entering information. Okay, so where do we stand right now? I need to be able to edit these fields to add descriptions, but I don't think I can easily add them. Oh, we actually can. We can add a string description. Let's try it. String description. The amount of completions that can be done per day. Oh, we had titles, that's why. Title cost, title type. So completions, we need to add title. So completions. And then after that, add description. So traps. Add a title. Traps. And let's add description. This is actually going to be so much easier if we use the other one. So I think what we're going to do is copy this and then just merge the two when we're done, kind of thing. So we have traps. So we have enemies. Continue the number of assassination attempt. Whoops. Stealth. That's actually actions, the number of stealth actions that can be performed. during the mission. The number of navigation actions that can be performed during the mission, then alarms. The number of avoidable alarms, unavoidable, the number of unavoidable alarms, trapped, the number of alarms linked to a trap. And then limit. The maximum amount of alarms that can be triggered before failing the mission. There we go. Information regarding alarms in the mission. Doors. The total number of rooms that exist in the mission. Team. This is going to be it's a specialization. What did I say for the other one? If a specialization occurs more than once, then you can add the same specialization multiple times. Power. The minimum power required to start the mission. Solo. Can the mission be performed with a single hero? Pacifist. Oops. Not a pacifist. Can the mission be performed without killing anybody? Okay, so that's what that looks like. Now if I take this and then I need to also copy definitions. Let's go ahead and add definitions to our one. And do the same for properties of rewards. Okay, hopefully that worked, and then we can go ahead and copy that into our missions.json file, update it, and see what we get. Why is type so small but cost and that aren't? Oh, because there's something in there already. Cool. Then possible will be the same. Completions. The amount of completions that can be done per day. Traps. Information regarding traps in the mission. Avoidable. The number of avoidable traps. Unavoidable. Enemies. Information. Avoidable. Unavoidable. Grouped. It's weird, it just ends there now, so it kind of looks a bit weird. Then chests and stuff just go on. The recommended team composition for the mission. Then we have a specialization. AoE. Let's add another one. Perfect. That looks good. Power. The minimum power required to start the mission. Well, it's technically per each hero, isn't it? Of each hero, the minimum power of each hero required to start the mission. Oh, and then solo and pacifist don't have any descriptions. Which is weird. Guess you can't have a description? Why do all these defaults default to null? They should default to 0. Damn it. Let's remove any defaults that we see that shouldn't be there. Like this one, traps. Doors, 0, rooms. Actually... There we go. Then copy to clipboard. Let's go ahead and paste that. So now we have default values like we should have. Great stuff. And let us also download this to a file. Save it as missions.json. And we should have defaults now that I don't have to worry about entering, should we need them. So there we go, traps. 0, 0, great. Enemies 0, 0, 0, 0. And then alarms, avoidable, unavoidable, trapped, limit, doors, great. Because some of these will be 0, so it just saves me the time of having to enter them. Rooms, the total number of rooms that exist in the mission. The recommended team composition for the mission. And then solo pacifist. There we go, that's it. We have everything we need, more or less. I'm just going to get some water and I'll be right back. Alright. So, now we need to figure out a way to send this information to the front end. So how do we do that? We need to submit a post request. To our server. Let's go to the front end now. Sorry, back end. Call this one admin. Let's chuck it in there. And let us remove things we don't need. We need router, we need localhost, do we need register user? No, we don't. Do we need JSON schema? I mean, I guess, yes. And check authentication requires request or as next. Okay, so we're gonna have to switch tasks here. Here we go, new task. So the only reason I check authentication well, in fact I only ever used it in one place. I don't need this. So we add localhost to that and then request response. So local auth should take you to passport.authenticate local. Oh, so it will just tell us that we're not logged in otherwise, I guess. Wait, where's auth? There's auth. Where's the one for... There it is. That's what I wanted to send. My bad. Where's the JSON schema if you go to missions? So export router. And then in the index of this, we have auth router, we have admin router equal to require admin, and then module.exports auth router admin router. Probably do that and fix that. Cool. And then under server, app.use routes should still be fine. Is it still complaining right now? Yeah, it is. So app.use roots. Roots being require roots. What was the difference with the middleware? Oh, it was an array. Let's see. So middleware was exporting body parser session. Oh, I see. So admin router is router, and then under the index, I would just need admin router, like so, and then auth router the same from auth router is router, like so. And let's see if that still gives an error. No, looks like we're good. Cool. So if I load this, whoa, it still loads missions. Oh right, because we didn't remove it from auth. Okay, cool. So let's go to admin, and it should redirect me. We got a bad request. Should have said something. Router is router. Router.get admin. But we get a bad request. Why? Is it because we're not logged in? No, we are. Because I think bad request is only sent by passport. Let's remove this just to test, to make sure it was that. Once it comes back from its deep sleep. Geez, that took a while. Okay, it's back. So if you do admin missions, okay, there we go. So that works now. The problem is when we have locals on. Why? Bad request. Oh, will only be transmitted during the login request. I had to use a request that is authenticated to check if the user was authed. So we have to use is authenticated each time? These are all the tests, so jeez. Oh, so we just do is authenticated. You go next. Otherwise, registered redirect login. I think that's what I need. Otherwise res.redirect. We need it from auth though, don't we? If I have this in auth, that would make sense, I guess. Wait, where did I stick it in? So confused. Oh, it was in passport. Then what is local auth for? Do you only use that once? For when you log in? Oh, that's what we have. Check authentication. If request is authenticated, else res.redirect auth. That makes sense. Check authentication. If request is authenticated, next, else res.redirect. Shouldn't that be as a middleware though? Because that is a middleware. So I'd have it like this. Module.export, check authentication. Let's see if that'll work. Let's import require middleware check authentication. Because then I should be able to do check authentication and then get the JSON schema, and same for here. Let's just test that real quick, see if that works. Oh, that worked. So if we go to admin, it should kick us to auth. Sweet. And admin missions also kicks us. So it's as easy as that. Huh. And then we can go to admin. So what I want to know is what the request.path is. I think that's what I need, because then I can redirect it back to that. Every time you go to admin. So let's see what it was. Oh, FlightX, hey. Oh yeah, it does. The request path is admin. So then instead of redirecting back to the home page, we can redirect to request.path. Well, actually, in the case of auth, once we're logged in, once you've logged in, this should redirect to request.path, not this one. How you been, FlightX? Haven't seen you in a while. You good? If this works, I'll be pretty excited. Because then I can continue to where I was. Because now let's say I want to go to admin. Well, admin's not going to display anything. But let's say I want to go to admin/missions. I'll get that, cool. But if I go auth logout, and I go back to admin/missions, it's going to kick me to the login page. But now if I log in, will it take me back to where I was? Wait, so we go to admin missions, then it kicks us to auth. Let's see what the path was. Oh, we don't know what the path was. Because the problem is we get to auth. We got redirected to auth. So we kind of need to send the so admin will check authentication. Check authentication is basically if you're authenticated, then we can proceed. Otherwise, rest.redirect back to auth. Huh, and there's nothing that we can pass with the redirect, I guess. That would just take you straight to the auth login, but we won't know what the previous page was. Oh, we can do that some other time. It's not critical right now. What? Okay. So that's why it's doing that. Because it detects we came from auth. Now we're essentially redirecting back to auth, and the only thing stopping it from doing a loop is that here, if you try to get to auth, but you're already logged in, it will just redirect you back to the home page. So then I need to figure out, where am I going to have the authentication? I think it needs to be in its own file. Is it a service? It's doing one thing, check authentication. I feel that should be part of passport, essentially, because it requires passport. Is authenticated isn't that part of passport? I'm pretty sure that's part of passport. Okay, so it's part of passport. So maybe we should have it inside of passport. So we already have local auth. And maybe we can have it a single line. Request is authenticated. If it's true, call next. Otherwise, rest.redirect. And then we don't need the if else. And then let's delete check authentication from here. Because then I can literally do local auth, comma, check authentication from passport. Just like that. And we actually don't even need local auth. And then inside of auth, we do local auth, check authentication from passport. And then we don't need this check authentication. Only downside to that is passport now controls where our login is, rest.redirect. But I mean, it's fine. I could have a global variable for what the login page is, but if we don't change it, I think I accidentally marked it as complete when it wasn't complete. Okay, so if I'm logged in, I get to go there. If I'm not logged in, I'll be sent to the page. There we go. Cool. So now that we have the admin route set up, we can start doing things. So where do we want to post to? Admin. Missions. Update. So admin missions update. That's going to be our path. Well, how do we add authentication? Okay, let's not worry about authentication now. Request.body, so we can log what we posted. Wait, what am I missing? Alright. So when you post to admin missions update, so now that we've got that, let's close all of these things. And in our form, where's our form? Here. So let's look at the documentation for this. So we need an action. So we need a post to this address. Let's see if it works. What do I need to fill out? Oh, account. Well, there's nothing impossible. I need to sort that out, I just realized. Did it submit? No, I didn't get anything. Dot type is a required property. Oh, right. Didn't get anything. Oh, it's update. Wait, isn't action post? Method post. I think we need a method. So action is where, and then the method is a post. Do you need a method? I assume you do. Wait, don't we have it in auth? Server side? Yeah, method post. Action, yeah. Damn it, we were just missing post. It's not doing anything, that's weird. submitted. Oh, is it blocking it from submitting? Is that why? So there's no errors. Is there actual post? Does it try to post at all? No, it doesn't. This might be a little bit different to what I expected. That should all be on the form which we submitted. Let's see. Never blink. Hey, good to see you again. What's good? I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to submit my form to the back end now. I thought it would be something as simple as just adding the action and method to it, but that doesn't seem to post to this API for some reason. I think there's something else I need to do. Ah, here we go. But they don't specify how you'd send it off with post and that. I'll be right back. Are you using MongoDB and Atlas for the first time? Never blink. That's exciting. Setting up session and authentication as we speak. I think you have a lot of fun there. Let me know if you need any help with that. I feel pretty capable with it now in terms of, getting it all set up and working and authentication and the roots and all that. And for the form, Axios, unless there's a reason why I would use it, I don't see why I would use you know, a framework for just sending data to an API. Maybe there's something I'm missing, but I would think just a simple post with the form data and then retrieve that on the back end and process it. Let's see. So it's just for sending and receiving data. It doesn't do anything extra, huh? Because I would have used fetch otherwise. I just realized something. That's probably why it's not working, Neverblink. Because all I'm trying to do is literally post to a URL specifying the action. But there's no actual, like, you know what I mean? See if you can't find me a nice little guide to follow, Neverblink, unless you know and you've done it yourself. Because I've never done this before. It's either been server-side or client-side only. Oh, I don't want to load up a video now directly on the stream. But thanks for that. Oh, so you have it on submit. Wait, they have us handle submit, but there's no on submit. Will it just work? Will it just trigger it? Type submit. How does that work? They have a on change, this.handle change. They have a submit, but they didn't specify on submit. That won't work, will it? Oh yeah, I've seen that. Oh, never mind. I didn't see that, yeah. I guess you can do it that way, or add it to the button, right? Why are they passing in user? Wait, what is user? User is name, this.state.name. That's name. That's the form data on the user, yeah. Oh, right, I see what you mean. So we're posting to that URL, that's the form data. So that would essentially be our form data we're posting. Okay, so let's see, how do we do this? We need a handle submit, don't we? We need to turn our thing into a class as well. And right now it's not. I don't know the new React enough, but apparently you don't need constructors anymore. They're stateless components or something. So I don't know how to turn that into this, because I know before you do constructor and state and then you would update state there. But can I still do it from this component? Just class admin extends React component, right? Why do we have to extend React component? Is there something on there that we need, or what is it that we need when we extend? So I'm not going to be able to have this as a const, I have to export it, huh? Class admin. Wait, before I do all of this, I learned painstakingly from the past. We'll make a backup. Now we need a render, don't we? This goes in render. if I'm not mistaken, right? Well, if that worked, we should technically have a form right now, still, before I did even anything. Yeah, we have a form. Good. You'll be right back? Alright, cool. Hopefully I can get it working. Where was that updating state? No, it wasn't there. I was updating state somewhere in one of these. No, it's not that either. Not that. And it wasn't this, that's for sure. We had sidebar. It got passed in props. This is what was props. Component equal to admin. Component equal to home. And then it would be text dot name. And then props dot children. Which would be basically that. The pages. Oh, so it was logging type each time?